Hey guys, we got a trailer here for Iron Fist Season 2. Been waiting all day to watch it, and I've been seeing it on my phone. I haven't watched any of it yet. I know it was out earlier today, but I finally got home from work, and all I've been seeing is like the titles on Twitter and stuff that people are apparently really liking this trailer and more excited for Season 2 by this trailer. So I think it's really going to be excited. Let's jump right into it and see what we can react to. Okay, New York City. Pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like his prototype style suit. That looks pretty fun.
How many times a night you light that fist up?
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's
pushing. Practicing his stuff. Well, hopefully he knows how to use it and it stops kind of fading away on him.
What am I supposed to do?
That was pretty cool. And we need to get the answers to why he left Luke Cage Season 2.
No matter the cost.
Oh, Colleen's always pretty awesome.
I'm trying to do what's right.
I didn't expect to see you here, brother. We have family matters
Oh,
to
cool.
discuss.
Yes. What's his name? I can't think of his name, but
You and
Davos.
you were trained together.
I fought my brother. There is no changing what happened.
You feel that you can just walk through this world as if it belongs
I think
to
those
you.
costumes look pretty interesting.
Iron Fist. It's not a weapon to be held, it is to be used. Now you'll give me what's mine, brother. You will suffer.
The Iron Fist. Davos wanted it.
Oh, he steals it.
But I need help.
You're not alone.
Yes, Misty! I love Misty Knight. It'll be so much fun.
Do nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You never had the strength to be.
History doesn't decide what happens next. We do.
Interesting. Very interesting.
We should do this more often. Dinner out, a movie. Date night.
Oh, yeah. Wow, so that what a trailer that is. Yeah, that definitely gets me more excited for Iron Fist Season 2. You know, it looks pretty interesting. It looks like he's going to either lose the Iron Fist or Davos is going to get another version of the Iron Fist. So that's really going to be cool to see that. It kind of makes me want to rewatch Iron Fist Season 1 just to get some more backstory, since it looks like obviously having Davos as the villain, or what they're showing us as the villain. I feel like there's probably a hidden villain in there, and there might be another villain that's behind even Davos or something, or someone else who's in there, some comic book thing they want to keep surprised, and having Davos as the main villain that lasting the whole season, and then having someone else inside of there could be an interesting idea. I think that could be kind of fun. So I think it's going to be cool to see where things go with this. It looks pretty cool. There's some pretty shots were pretty interesting, and seeing again the flashbacks to the Iron Fist costume where him and Davos were fighting, in the ring, and they're wearing the mask and stuff, and it looks okay for that scene where it looks like kind of like they're honoring tradition, they're wearing the formal garb and stuff, but it looks like he's probably going to be wearing just the mask over up to his nose type thing for most of the season, and then maybe at the end of the season when he kind of defeats Davos, he brings back a more modern, maybe a Nelson Potter version of the Iron Fist costume, and I think that could be an interesting idea to see that, to see where things go with this. I think it's really going to be cool to see how that kind of plays off. And there was a shot in here in the trailer, I'll try to put some images up on here, where he kind of hits the side of an armored truck with the Iron Fist, and it kind of he kind of destroys it and stuff, and which cool and stuff, but I would have gone a little bit bigger with that scene. I would have kind of had him, have someone try to run him over with that giant truck. But obviously a huge, I drive garbage trucks for a living, so it's the idea that it kind of doesn't make sense. Having a big truck and then him trying to stop it is cool, but I think it would be an interesting idea to see that where he could try to stop it. Maybe the armored truck, someone's trying to get away with it. Maybe some bad guys kind of ambushed and stole it from someone, and he's have to run after it and stop it. I think it'd be really cool to see that. It reminds me of that the scene in the Hellboy movie with Ron Perlman. I think it was the first one, where he just puts his hand up and he goes, "Red means stop," and he just smashes the hood of it, and the car flips over him. I think it'd be cool to see that, but with like a bigger truck, and Iron Fist could be an interesting idea to see that. Maybe he has to kind of punch it right in the middle and just see the whole thing go all over the place. Could be really cool. It would definitely be quite interesting to see where things would go with that, and I think it's going to be cool to see how they change up his powers. Not having his powers kind of fade away, and also keeping him, like I said, for Luke Cage season 2. Obviously, spoilers alert, but they announced that a long time ago that he was going to be in there, and he's in there, but he just kind of in one episode, and then he's not in the other episode, and he only shows up just to help for no other reason, just like, yeah, I just want to help out my friend, and then he's not in the next episode with no answer, with no reason why, no answer to that. So hopefully we get somewhat of an answer. We get to see an idea as to where the timeline kind of takes place. Luke Cage, where does in between after Iron Fist, does this Iron Fist season 2 pick up right after Defenders? If so, then does Luke Cage, helping Luke Cage a little bit happen before this season 2 of Iron Fist, and in between Defenders, after Defenders, before obviously after Defenders they've met and stuff, but does it happen or during this at some point? Is he not there, and he's maybe there's an episode where Iron Fist is not in it, and he's like, oh, I just happened to help Luke Cage? Or I think the way I'd like to see it is that episode 1 is right after hanging out with Luke Cage and stuff, and that's when he wants to help out Luke Cage. So, yeah, I just finished helping. He helped out Luke Cage because there was nothing. He wasn't busy or anything like that. He had the time to do it. He was able to do it, and then all of a sudden, season 1 kicks off, and the story actually ends up kicking off, and that's when he's like, oh, I can't help Luke. I'm not gonna go help Luke. I got to do this type of thing. I think that would be an interesting idea for like the end of episode 1. Maybe episode 1 of season 2. He's like, yeah, I just finished helping Luke Cage. Plans to go back and help, and then that's when we get the cliffhanger of episode 1. That's like, oh no, and it's like he's not gonna go help Luke Cage because he's doing this type thing. And I think that would be an interesting idea to see that. So you just gotta round up and give us an answer as to why he left Luke Cage in the first place. So it was really going to be cool to see where things go with this show. It looks pretty cool. I love having Misty Knight in here. It's interesting that we didn't get too much of the villain. I do know we do have the villain. I can't think of her name, but I'll try and put a picture of the actress on here. She was all over Comic-Con with the cast and stuff. She was from Star Trek Discovery, not Discovery, but Star Trek the movies. She plays a role in that stuff. Blonde hair and stuff. Can't think of her name. Don't even know her character's name or anything, but I know she's different personalities and stuff, and it's interesting that we don't have any of that in here. So it'd be cool to see if that character is partnered up with Davos, or maybe I missed her in the trailer. We'll see as I go through the trailer to put pictures in the video here, and maybe I'll find more and stuff. But it looks pretty interesting to see where things are going to go with that. And she's supposed to be the main villain. She was brought to Comic-Con as the main villain. The actor who plays Davos didn't go to Comic-Con. Maybe he was busy with something, who knows. But if he was the main villain, as this trailer seems, it seems to me they probably would have sent him to Comic-Con and say, hey, you got to go to Comic-Con, or maybe on the other hand, they don't want him at Comic-Con because he's the villain type of thing. They don't want to give too much. I don't know. It's interesting to see as to, is Davos really the main villain? Why wasn't he part of the marketing that was at Comic-Con and stuff? So we'll have to wait and see where things go with that, and to see how things continue on from here. So really excited to see where things go with this, and to see what happens for for Misty Knight. Does she get maybe a new arm in this thing? I think it would be quite interesting ending the season with Misty, or whenever she leaves, which hopefully she's in most of the season. It looks like she is, based on how much she was at Comic-Con promoting the show and all that stuff. So they're not keeping it. They're really putting it out there that she's in the show. They're not really hiding it. So it seems to me that she's probably going to be in most of the season. And I'd like to see her kind of ending it with maybe her arm gets broken off and it gets destroyed. Maybe Davos uses his Iron Fist and just punches her, and they end up hitting fist to fist, and it just shatters her arm, right? And it just kind of crumbles off, and it breaks it and stuff, and it's kind of useless. And that's when Danny has to like, oh damn it, and he gives her a new one that's more upgraded. It has that he's been working on. He's had his team making a better and better one that has different powers and stuff. Because in the comic books, if I'm not mistaken, he can shoot fire, shoot ice, all kinds of different cool powers from the arm. So I think it'd definitely be cool to see those elements coming into the arm. If we get a Misty can get a 2.0 arm or a second arm, and to see end this season with it. So since we had Luke Cage season 2 with the first arm, which is just a regular strong arm, robot arm, and then all of Iron Fist season 2, so 2 full seasons with this arm. And then, going into Luke Cage season 3, or the next time we see her, she has a whole new arm to go into it with more abilities, more capabilities and stuff. Would be pretty cool to see that. Also, one of the main things I would want to have in that arm, if I was her, is straight up Bluetooth to connect to your phone, so she can just answer her texts and calls right on. Her smartwatch would be her actual wrist, and she could just kind of go like that, and be a mic and a speaker, and she could just literally talk to her hand, and she could hear it and stuff. I think those would be pretty cool. And some more detective kind of skills and stuff would be quite interesting like that. Maybe some sort of scanners and stuff to do different things. I think it would be quite cool to see the evolution of this, of her arm, and to see where things could go with that. So all in all, I'm really excited to see where things go with this. Definitely gets me quite interested to see where things go. It does get a bit of a feel more of like a more serious, like a Daredevil vibe to it than it did have an Iron Fist vibe, than like a Shaolin, a little bit more New York rather than I can't think of the name, but the other place where he got the Iron Fist there, where he trained, Kunlun. So it's definitely, like I said, more New York than it does look like Kunlun, but definitely with some flashbacks, but still staying to the character. I think that's going to be cool to see where things go. So let me know what you think, guys, about this video in the comments below. What do you think things are going for this trailer? You said, does this get you more excited for season 2 of Iron Fist? Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Sometimes
Subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.